Hello, Shadwell here, ready to talk about the next film in my collection, Carnival of Souls from 1962. It's directed by Herk Harvey and stars Candice Hilligos and Frances Feist. I first saw this film as a teenager when I saw most classic, important, or landmark horror films, and I would consider Carnival of Souls to be all three. I would not, however, consider its remake from 1998 to be any of the above. I've only seen it once, but from what I remember of it, it was terrible. Also, it wasn't even the same story. The original Carnival of Souls is the tale of a sole survivor of a car crash moving her life to Utah, but being haunted by ghouls that keep appearing to her and interfering with her waking life. The 1998 film was about a girl who witnessed a clown rape and murder her mother, so where's the similarities there? The only good thing about the 1998 version is the clown was played by the usually delightful Larry Miller, and it was one of Saw mainstay Shawnee Smith's earlier films. Anyway, I do like the original Carnival of Souls from 1962 quite a bit. It borrows a narrative style from a short story called An Occurrence at Owl Creek Bridge, which I first read in high school, and it burned itself in my brain because I can still remember it today, and I found that to be quite novel. I'm not sure if this is the first film to feature stream of consciousness storytelling, but it's certainly one of the first, and that's important because when every other horror movie copied the ending of Carnival of Souls in the late 80s and 90s, it got really repetitive and boring. You've probably heard somewhere about this movie and its famous ending, but if you haven't, all I'll say is fuck you, M. Night Shyamalan. So you saw a film from the 60s and thought, I could do that? You suck. The ghouls in this film are nice and creepy on an extremely low budget, being led by the director as the lead ghoul, the man, that chases after Mary in this film. There's this great scene where Mary is trying to get out of Utah, like I imagine anyone that visits Utah does as soon as they can, and she gets on a bus out of town, but it is filled with the ghouls. It's a haunting shot that, along with the shot of the ghouls getting out of the water towards the end of the movie, live rent-free in my head. This film did not get the love it deserved upon its initial release, partially because it got severely cut by the drive-in distributors that showed it. It wasn't until the full version was restored in 1989 that it started getting respect, and thank goodness, because about 6 years later I'd come across it and it would have a lasting effect on me. I'm going to give Carnival of Souls a B+, and move on tomorrow to the original Carrie from 1976. See y'all then.